There are many moving parts to making substitutions at lunch. If a substitution is needed, FSAs must refer to the Satellite Lunch Meal Component Substitution Guide and the Grain Substitutions page. Before you can follow this guide, you need to be sure you have the correct emergency food supplies on hand. In the Meal Service SOP 9 about lunch emergency supplies, it outlines that each school should have the following supplies on hand: 20 bread items, 40 string cheese, 2 number 10 cans of fruit, 1 number 10 can of vegetarian beans, 1 can of corn, 1 can of carrots, and 1 can of spinach. If these supplies are not on hand, order by calling a hotshot at 973-2176. If possible, to address shortages or temperature issues, schools should call FPC for a hotshot at least 1 hour prior to lunch service. However, when it's not possible, schools can use the Satellite Lunch Meal Component Substitution Guide. Let's review it now. To replace an entree, compile 2 meat alternate components and 1 grain bread item together to replace it. The guide suggests the following: 2 string cheese and a grain item, or a yogurt, a string cheese, and a grain item, or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a string cheese, or a sandwich. The key here is 2 meat alternate and 1 grain. There are many ways to accomplish this. When a grain choice is offered at the end of the line to go with each entree, it must be replaced if it runs out. When referring to the guide, it gives you 2 options. Either 1, refer to the grain substitution guide, or 2, use the items listed here. These items are listed because they have a larger grain component and would cover either a 1 grain or a 2 grain. You could also access the next page in the grain guide for more detailed information. This chart shows you the grain component value of each item on the menu. Here's how you'd use it. If we are serving an Apple Delight and are about to run out, we would look at this list to see the Apple Delight is a 1 grain item. So I need to replace it with either a 1 grain item or a 2 grain item. The half grain list would not be acceptable because I need to replace the Apple Delight with an item that has either the same or more grain components. We'll practice this later. Replacing fruit is easy. You simply must replace fruit with another fruit that isn't already on the menu. There are a few more rules that apply to replacing vegetables. Vegetables must be substituted according to their color subgroup. For instance, a red-orange vegetable must be replaced with canned carrots. A dark green vegetable must be replaced with spinach. Beans and peas must be replaced with vegetarian beans. Starchy vegetables must be replaced with a corn. And other vegetables are flexible. They can be replaced with any vegetable, but we suggest vegetarian beans or any leftover vegetables.